So the club ended. I pulled up on him. I called him literally, I swear to God, I called him 54 times back to back to back.
Red flag, red flag, red flag. Now let me give you guys the whole rundown and everything that is supposed to be going on in this video. I haven't seen it yet, but we about to dive right into it. Supposedly this lady goes on a stakeout to see if her boyfriend is cheating. My question to you guys that are listening, men and women, would you go out your way to verify if your significant other is cheating? Let me know down below, and if you have did it, let me know the outcome. I definitely want to know. We are about to watch these videos and we're gonna see how everything panned out.
Okay, y'all, I'm at Steak 48's house. If y'all know Steak 48, not the restaurant, the man. I'm at his house. 48. He is washing my clothes and folding my clothes for me because my washing machine broke last night. And I'm like putting in job applications while he does that. He ordered me breakfast this morning, and then he's just ordered food because he's gonna cook African stew for me tonight. And I'm just chilling right now, but here's like my dilemma, right?
Why you gotta be in the house whispering? That's number one. You know what I'm saying? Like if this is a place where you should feel comfortable at, like even if you're doing a story time or whatever the case may be, you should be able to do that without walking on eggshells. You feel me? But not only that, like you're coming to his house to wash your clothes. You wash your own clothes.
I was like, while we were like hanging out, he goes, you know,
come on now.
You know, I love you. What? What do you mean? We are not dating. We have not had sex. I barely talked to him. I never see him. This is my first time seeing him since we went on that date. Like, when was that? Almost a month ago. I don't even remember. I'm weirded out now because what is this? You're trying to love bomb me? I don't fucking think so. I just needed my clothes to be washed, so I came over here. And
if you just needed your clothes to be washed, why don't you just go to the laundromat? Like, stop trying to get stuff for free. Because if you dealing with a man, however you dealing with him, you coming over to his house, you're using him, he wants something in exchange. That's just the way the world works. And then on top of that, you could be egging him on and having him think that, okay, well, she coming over here, you know, I'm gonna wash her clothes. Hopefully, you know, we could get a little bit closer, X, Y, and Z. Like, stop egging these men on.
Why would you say you love me? Are you okay? Anyways, I'm sitting there and he's like, how much is your rent? And I'm telling him, and he's like, oh, how much is your car payment? How much is this? Can you add it all up for me so I can take care of it? I think he's lying. Like, I don't think he's telling the truth because I just don't believe he's telling the truth. He's trying to love bomb me. I'm not dumb, but it's not gonna work because I'm not interested in him. So yeah, I'll give y'all an update when I get home, when he finished washing my clothes and cooking dinner.
And this is the funny part. Like, if you're not interested in him, there's no need to whisper that. So off rip, she's giving mixed signals, which is a huge problem in my book. Don't come over to my house, use me, abuse me, then go about your way and throw me away. No. That's not how it goes. But, you know, hopefully, oh boy, you know what I'm saying, saw the light at the end of the tunnel real quick. This is a one and done situation. Obviously, this is not the video. We're headed to that video. So let's, you know, hang on in there. But these are the previous videos before that. I didn't know that, but let's go. He done cooked you dinner and everything, huh? Might as well be living in the homeless shelter. she's playing games with him. She's literally playing games. She just claimed that she was his bitch, right? But at the same time, he done cooked dinner for her. On top of that, washed her clothes. At that point, it just feel like she's using him. Let me know how you feel about that. But before I go to the next video, though, remember that she said something about Steak 48, right? And she was basically saying that I'm at Steak 48 house, if you know who that is. So evidently she's messing with multiple men. So we're building up to this video, but we're trying to understand who she is as a person. And so as we are watching these videos, we're understanding that she's manipulative. She's taking advantage of these men. And so when something happens and when something backfires, I really can't feel sad for you.
I'm outside this nigga house. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. When niggas start acting funny, baby, it's time to investigate. When a man deviates from his routine, something is up. Because niggas are predictable. So when they become unpredictable, it's because they cheating. I've been here since 3 o'clock in the morning. He didn't answer the door. It's a strange car outside. Baby, I went to sleep. We both can play this game. I gotta leave sometime. I'm gonna be here when you do. You thought I was gonna go home? No. I'm still here. I'm still here. And it's gonna be here until somebody leave this motherfucker. Okay?
Wow. She over there slumped in a car.
Okay, update. It's literally 8 o'clock. And this nigga is still pretending to be asleep.
He at his house. Sleeping in his bed. Of course he would be asleep. Of course he would be comfortable sleeping in his own bed. This is the video I'm talking about, y'all. You done did a whole stakeout to see if your man was cheating. Why? Because you was just at Steak 48 house. You were just over there. You had a whole free meal. You had your laundry washed. You know, so obviously you got options. But when the tables turn, now it's a problem. Now it's a problem. When the tables turn, that's when they start feeling bitter about things. My question to y'all is, would you be out trying to make sure that your significant other is where he say he's at? Let's watch this one more time.
I'm outside this nigga house. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. When niggas start acting funny, baby, it's time to investigate. When a man
if you have that feeling in your gut telling you that this man is cheating, then the trust is no longer there, which means you might as well just continue living your life and not worrying about this man.
When a man deviates from his routine, something is up. Because niggas are predictable. So when they become unpredictable, it's because they cheating. I've been here since 3 o'clock in the morning. He didn't answer the door. It's a strange car outside. Baby, I went to sleep. We both can play this game. I gotta leave sometime. I'm gonna be here when you do. You thought I was gonna go home? No. I'm still here. I'm still here. And it's gonna be here until somebody leave this motherfucker. Okay?
You know, you don't have to go all the way out your way just to prove a point. Because if you catch him cheating, you probably gonna be back with him anyways. Because it happens a lot. Do you think she's doing right by actually staking out his crib? She already know that it's a vehicle outside, an unknown vehicle outside his house. So apparently somebody is there. It just ain't her.
Okay, update. It's literally 8 o'clock. And this nigga is still pretending to be asleep. Y'all can't even let a bitch sleep. Y'all can't even let a bitch catch up on her sleep. Okay, so the story starts because earlier on in the day, I had called him 2 times or 3 times and he didn't answer the phone. Like hours went by and then he texts me and he's like, oh, I think I've missed your call. I've been doing my annual certifications for work or something. And I'm like, why are you texting me back instead of calling me back? So boom, at this point, I'm crazy. I'm already thinking he already acting weird. So I go out with my friends, and then later on in the day, after the club, I want to say it was like 1 a.m. I started calling him. He didn't answer. And so I'm like, that's weird. Well, I keep calling him for like 2 hours. I got another hour. Like I didn't leave the club until like 2 something in the morning. So I had been calling him since like 1 a.m. Technically since earlier on the day when he didn't answer his phone. So he's still not answering. So when the club ends, I say, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go to that house. So the club ended. I pulled up on him. I called him literally, I swear to God, I called him 54 times back to back to back. Even if you...
What? If you call me more than 5 times, just constantly back to back, you automatically hitting the block list. Do not disturb will be on, because whatever I got going on, you're not about to ruin my time. And I'm not saying that I'm cheating. I'm just saying maybe I just don't want to deal with you right now. You know, sometimes men need their space to the point to where, you know, we just really want to breathe. We just want to just have time to ourselves.
So he's still not answering. So when the club ends, I say, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go to that house. So the club ended. I pulled up on him. I called him literally, I swear to God, I called him 54 times back to back to back. Even if you sleep, if my phone rang 54 times, I'm not asleep no more. What the fuck? So after the 54th time, I pulled up to his house. I parked the car in the front. He has a Ring doorbell camera, so I'm like, he's gonna see me. Bang on the door. Bang on the door, bang on the door, bang on the door. Nobody answered. I'm like banging on the door like the police for 20 minutes.
Banging on the door in a nice neighborhood, looking crazy as hell to all of the other neighbors. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Mental health issues for sure. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Don't nobody in the house come to the door. All right, cool. I go sit in my car. I'm calling him. I sit in my car. I look up. I see a car parked in the driveway that I've never seen before. And so now I'm like, I'm in the car trying to Google the license plate. I can't find nothing out. So I'm like, all right, we just gonna have to play the waiting game. I get comfortable in my car. Usually he wakes up about 4 or 5 a.m. to like talk to his family in Africa. So I'm like, it's 3 o'clock, about 5 a.m. he's gonna be up, and then I'm gonna be able to go inside. So I go to sleep in the car. I wake up, it's motherfucking 6 o'clock in the morning. I said, oh, ain't no way he let me sleep out here this long. So about 6 o'clock.
Ain't no way you allowed yourself to sleep out there in your own vehicle. Common sense would say, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna, he didn't answer the phone the first 5 times. I'm just gonna stop. I call him the next day and see what's up. But we have all had a stalker before. And if you haven't, it's something like this, if not worse.
I get up in the car. I'm looking around. Call him a couple times. Knock on the door again. Nobody comes. Go back in my car. At this point, I'm committed. I'm not going home. It's freezing cold out here. I'm huddled up in my coat. I don't care. I'm not going home. I'm leaving here with something. So I'm sitting in the car, and then right about 7 something, I hear a door close. So I look up, and one of his male friends, are leaving the house. They get in the car. They look at me, see me, and before I could get out the car to say, "Can you let me in the house?" they drive off. Okay. So I had nothing to do but to just sit there. Mind you now, this is a man that's always up 6, 7, 5 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock, he calls me. He's like, no, I call him. And finally he picks up the phone and he's like, hey, what's up? I've been sleeping outside since 3 a.m. That's what's up. So I'm talking to him. He's like, oh, he's asleep. And I was like, okay, cool. So just, can you let me in the house right now? He's like, oh no, I'm at my cousin's house. But your car is outside. Oh, my friend dropped me off and took my car back to my house.
To me, it just sounds like he don't even want to be dealing with you. They may not even be in a real relationship. He's probably just doing what he's doing with her, and she wants the commitment, but he doesn't. He don't want you really. He not claiming you.
Why would he do that? Okay. So he has remote locks on his door. So I'm like, can you just unlock it from the app? The app doesn't work. It hasn't been working.
He don't want to deal with you.
He's like, okay, let me call my friend, tell him he can come back to the house. He got a key, he can let you in. Hangs up the phone, calls back, and it's like, oh, my friend said, mind you, the friend that just left, my friend said he's not near the house right now. He'll let me know when he get home. They thought I needed to come home now. He's like, oh, you can come to my cousin's house. And I'm like, no, because his cousins are like grown up, like they're older cousins. And I'm like, I'm not going there because I have my club outfit on still. I'm like, I'm not going to meet your cousins that dress like this. And he was like, no, don't worry, just come. I'm like, bitch, you trying to get me to leave from in front of the house so you can sneak that bitch out the back? Hell no. So I'm like, no, yeah, I'm not coming to your cousin's house dressed like this. So he's like, all right, cool. We're getting ready to go to church. We got to be to church in 2 hours. So just let me know what happens. As I'm sitting there, because I'm not leaving until a nigga come out of the house. So I get into this house. His friend comes back, looks at me, goes in the garage, in the house, closes the door, doesn't say anything. I'm like, okay, he must be going around to the front to unlock the front door. So I go to the front door, the door's still locked. So I'm like, all right, maybe he just forgot. So I'm banging on the door. He don't come to the door. But I'm confused because I thought you told your friend to let me in when he got home.
Why would you want to go somewhere where you're not even wanted? Why would you even pursue a person who's not trying to pursue you? If y'all not equally yoked, and if there's no chemistry on both ends, then there's no need for y'all to even be together. Sometimes it's hard to figure that out. Sometimes you may need an eye opener like this. Like, bro, I don't really mess with you like that. Like, on some real stuff. I just wanted you to come through and we do our thing, and then you go about your way. But now you getting territorial. And that's what it seemed like. You getting territorial in this situation when you need to know your role. You need to know your place. You are not that one that can just pop up at my house at any given time. I had a situation like that too. It did not go well. It did not go well whatsoever. I might just have a story time myself.
He's ignoring the door. He know I'm out here. So I call him. No answer. I'm calling. All of a sudden, again, now he can't answer the phone. He texts me and he's like, oh, what's up? I'm at church. I'll let you know when my friend gets home. I said, your friend is already home. And you know that. That's why you're not answering the phone. Your friend is already home. Somebody come open the door. And how you at church when you told me church didn't start for 2 hours? I didn't get off the phone with you for like an hour. It hasn't even been an hour since you said church was in 2 hours. Also, he told me he doesn't go to church till 11. His church starts at 11. So why you at church at 10 o'clock? You deep in the church too, because you can't even answer the phone. You're lying. You're in the house and you know your friend got home. That's why you're not answering the motherfucking phone. So I said, bitch, answer this motherfucking door. Somebody answer this door or I'm going to slash every tire that's out here and I'm calling the police to do a welfare check. Because at this point, I'm pissed the fuck off. Y'all in there playing.
A welfare check?
So he on the phone talking about.
That's the type of lady that you do not need. If you don't answer the phone, I'm calling the police, I'm slashing your tires. Obviously, she's ready to go to jail. But not only that, she wants the police to gain access to the house. But you just spoke to the man. You just spoke to him. So obviously he's alive and he's well. This is the type of woman that you need to stay away from. This is the type of woman that will bring stress into your life. This is the type of woman that will bring heartache into your life. This is the type of woman that you don't need. Unless you like stress, unless you like all of that toxic relationship type stuff. If that's what you like, then by all means, go for it.
I'm not on the phone, but he texted me talking about, oh, like I said, when my friend gets there, I'll let you know. Bitch, your friend is already here. How y'all playing around in this motherfucker? I don't like that. And he's like, all right, do what you want to do. So, baby, I called the police. I did what any crazy bitch would do. I've been out here since 3 o'clock. You think I'm going to just leave? I call the police.
Shut up.
I pretend to leave. I go across the street, park, and watch. So I'm sitting there for like an hour. Nobody comes out. The police don't show up. So I just go home. At this point, it's like 12 p.m. in the afternoon. So I've been up all day long. I've been at his house waiting for him to open the door since 3 a.m. I'm just not sitting here no more. I can't. He won this one, okay? It's nothing I can do. I can't break into the house. He won that one. My thing really is just like, cheating is okay. It's not okay, but like cheating is one thing. But watching me, letting me stay outside in the freezing cold
that's your
for
fault.
7 hours
That's
is
your
a whole
fault.
other thing. That's where you got me fucked up at.
That's where you should have yourself messed up at. That's the crazy thing. She went out her way. She called 54 times. Didn't get an answer. I could just imagine how those voicemails gonna sound. What you doing? Who you in the house with? Oh no, I'm coming over there. I'm knocking that door down. Oh heck no, you got me messed up. You got me bent. Boom, boom, boom. Remember, she 23 years old. So she still has that young mindset. She's not really mature yet. So she definitely has that toxic mentality. And that's what you don't need in your life, man. I'm just letting y'all know.
So yeah, y'all, I don't know if it was a bitch in there or not. I couldn't hold on no longer, man. I had to pee. My phone died. I was running out of gas in my car. I was hungry. I had to go. So yeah. So I ghosted my boyfriend on New Year's Eve, and I have not spoken to him since. Before I get into this, I just want to say that me and my boyfriend, we have been together for a year. Well, almost a year, 11 months. A year on February 2nd, we will have been together.
1 year. Out of that 1 year, all of this toxicity has occurred. And that was just one day. So just imagine all the other times that there were issues. He probably didn't even have a female in there. He just probably didn't even want to deal with her. He probably didn't want to deal with her mouth. The box is a great thing. You feel me? But sometimes men don't even want to even deal with you.
Okay, my boyfriend is also 34, grown man. He also is a homeowner, has a pretty good job, and also has a business that he's starting. So let's start there, right?
What do you do?
So recently, I obviously, like you all know, I've become unemployed. And I have not been able to find a job. I have put in like 30 applications a day. I've got nothing, like barely even an interview. I've gone on 2 interviews. So I've been literally struggling, and I no longer have the funds to afford
investigate
these bills. Okay. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna keep it together for this. I'm not gonna get stressed out. I no longer have the funds to afford these bills. It's something so crazy about having hundreds of thousands of dollars one day and then the next day having nothing. But that's what's going on right now. And so I am vulnerable with my man, and I go, hey, I'm gonna need to like stay with you for a little while I get myself together. Like, I don't have anything on the rent. And so I'm gonna need to move with you while I get myself together. Mind you, I said he has his own house, his own 3-bedroom apartment in a nice neighborhood. He also has a best friend. His best friend lives with him, mind you, and has been living with him for however many years that he's like lived there almost.
She's unemployed. So she's trying to figure out, who am I gonna be able to move in with? Am I gonna be able to move in with my boyfriend, my quote unquote boyfriend? Because she just said, hey, we've been together for going on about a year. She didn't give us the correct time span, but she said going on about a year. Do y'all think y'all that solid to the point to where you can move in with him and he's gonna be like, oh yeah, baby, go ahead and pack your stuff, come on? No. The way that she presented herself in that last video, I would say, nah, he needed a break from that. And I don't think any man will want to live with a woman that acts like that, period.
Time he slept there. And so I'm like, if his best friend can live with him, why not his girlfriend, you know? So I'm like, hey, I need a place to stay. Which honestly, in hindsight, I shouldn't even have to ask for that. He knew I was struggling. He should have said, hey, let me take something off of your plate. Like, come stay with me so that you can breathe and get this. If he really cared about me, he would have said that, but
that's
he didn't.
How you know he not
sat
for
there
you.
And he watched me struggle, and then watched me get to the point where I was like, hey, I just need a break. Like, I'm literally so depressed. I'm losing my mind. I can't find anything. Can you please help me? And he said, no. He said no. He said, no, you cannot live with me. Mind you, living with him.
That's the end of the story right there. You gotta read the signs. She was supposed to read the signs. He read the signs because he saw the red flags popping up. Red flag, red flag, red flag. He was like, nah. And he probably let her down easy and was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't even want to be with you. And she's like, no, we're together. We are together. This is that type of situation.
Doesn't cost him anything. He said, no, I can't live with him. At first he goes, oh, I like that we have our own places to retreat to when we get into our arguments. And wrong answer. Number one, when we get into arguments, we never leave. Like, we stay in the same room and we continue to talk it out until we work it through, which I think is a really good habit that we have and a really good green flag that we have in our relationship. Yes, do we get into arguments? So does everyone. Yes, do I lose my cool? I'm a woman, but I rein it back in and we figure it out and nobody goes home. So that's a weird thing to say. We've never even done that. Second of all, that sounds like a problem to me, not a solution. When we get into arguments, we should not be leaving, because what happens when we get married? There is no way to go. We both live in the same house. So maybe that's not a good habit to start.
Y'all not gonna get
being
married.
That we have not started yet. Maybe let's not start that now. On our very first date, I told him that I wanted to be engaged within a year. I said, after a year, I want to be engaged. He said that's plenty of enough time for someone to know whether or not they want to get married or not. This is what he said.
And he figured out that you are not the one, because it's already approaching that year. He hasn't proposed. You're not moving in. His mind is already made up.
We have talked about it, I shit you not, probably 10 times throughout this year. And never once did he say, I don't think this is going well enough for that to be a realistic goal anymore.
There we go.
Never once did he say, hey, like, let's pump the brakes. I don't think that we're doing that well for it to get to that.
Don't go off on me when I say this, but like, when a man is ready to propose, let him go ahead and do that. She said that throughout the duration of the whole year, she talked about marriage 10 times. So that's roughly once a month. You feel me? Ever since they met each other. It can be a lot of stress put on the man, because you're putting him in a position, well, it's kind of forcing him to push away from you. Even though he likes you, you need to let everything flow. You shouldn't push things on a man like that. Now, I do understand that women, you know, y'all might have a time frame like, listen, I'm getting older. I don't want to have to wait this long. Well, you know, that's what you stand by, then you stand by that. And if he doesn't propose to you, and you only got to say it like once or twice, you know, and if he don't stand by that, and if he don't propose to you, then you have to keep the ball rolling and go to the next person. That's just all that is.
We're doing well. We're on schedule. After a year or a year and a half, we'll probably get engaged. And he goes, I don't think I want to live with someone again until I'm married to them. Which is some new boundary that he literally just made up, because he's never said that the whole time we've been together.
Because of you.
And I go, maybe it's not a good idea that you live with someone after you already got married to them, because what if you guys are not compatible to live together and you don't know that until after you're already married? Then what? That's really dumb, actually. And so I'm like, okay, that's a completely new thing, but granted, it's been a year. We set our goal for a year. Are we gonna get married? And he goes, no, that was your goal.
Exactly.
Since when was this my goal?
Exactly.
It was my goal, but like, I thought we were in agreement, because you never said that we weren't in agreement. Clearly, I made all this up in my head.
Absolutely.
And this was never a goal. I just thought it was a goal because I continuously talked about it. And he never said that it was unrealistic. As a matter of fact, he said the quite opposite, that it was a realistic goal to have. And never once, as we neared to the end of that year, did he ever say, hey, I don't think we're close to being married. So imagine my surprise when he says, I don't think we're close to being married. We still have things to figure out, because a couple of nights ago, I got super irritated at him and yelled at him and told him to leave my house. And apparently that's enough of a reason for him to be like, whoa, I don't want to marry her. All right. So yeah. And so I said, you know, hey, I'm actually scared that I'm going to be homeless, because I said, I'm actually thinking I'm going to be homeless because I don't have a job and these bills keep coming, and I can't do it no more. I'm tapped out of resources. And I think I'm gonna end up, if you don't let me live with you, I'm gonna end up in my car, living in my car, something like being actually homeless. And he goes, well, plenty of millionaires have lived in their car before.
You know, if you can't read those signs, there's nothing that a man can do. Let me know how y'all feel about this young lady. Like I said, she is 23. What I do notice is all of these red flags coming from her end. She said there was one green flag. Yeah, there was one green flag. If there are more red flags than there are green flags, then that's a common sense move. You're not the one for me. Sorry, baby. You know, hopefully you find somebody that is compatible for you, but I know for sure that I'm not that one. And so men, also, y'all should be standing up, and y'all should be able to say that to the female and let her know, you know, like, hey, I don't even want to waste your time no more. This is a done deal. No love lost. You know, we can be friends, X, Y, and Z, but I don't want you to think that this is going to be something more when I already seen who you are. I done already seen your true colors.
So basically he said, yeah, no, I'm not going to help you. I'm sorry that you're dealing with this. I know it's hard, but basically he told me that you never really do have anybody to depend on, and you come alone in this world, and you are your own person, and you should be your number one priority because nobody else is going to be dependable, which I translated to, he is not someone I can depend on. Why would I ever marry someone that I can't depend on? I'm a dependable person. I've had friends that I've let stay with me, that I've given a place to stay for free, that I've been able to like say, hey, you can lean on me. Like, don't worry about nothing. Take a break. I got you. So if I can be dependable to my friends, you can be dependable to your girlfriend. It's not a crazy concept. Yeah, we do come in this world alone, but relationships are the whole reason of everything. You should be able to depend on the people around you, on your community. They should be people that you can say, hey, you do owe a responsibility to the people you love and the people you care about. And apparently he doesn't think that way, and I don't think I can be in a relationship with someone who doesn't think that way. And so I decided that I kind of ghosted him. I just stopped talking to him, and I probably will never speak to him again. That really turned me off. And yeah, that's why I broke up with my boyfriend, because he said it was okay that I be homeless. I should be homeless while he goes home to his 3-bedroom house in a nice neighborhood and rubs his feet together under his nice comforter set, his nice sheet set, and watches his 70-inch TV on the wall and twiddles his thumbs together while I'm out in my car in the cold. Talking about he's gonna give me a blanket for Christmas so I don't be cold. You gonna get you a new bitch for Christmas. I ain't even.
So y'all, that's the video. All in all, that is the video right there. Let me know how you feel about this video. Let me know how you feel about her and the way that she went about this situation at hand. She said that this is my boyfriend, and if we love each other, he wouldn't, you know, let me live in my car. You are absolutely correct. She thinks one thing and he thinks a whole nother thing. Well, he knows a whole nother thing. So she says, yeah, we're in a relationship. We love each other. On the other hand, he's saying, I don't want no parts with you. That's number one. I don't even want to deal with you. And then on top of that, you outside my house. That's so many red flags right there. There's no way we can continue this relationship if we was in a relationship. But from my point of view and the way that I feel about the situation, I just think that, you know, old boy was just messing with her on some low-key stuff, didn't want it to actually be a relationship, and she thought it was something else. So that's just my 2 cents. Let me know how y'all feel about this video below. It was a wild one, it was a long one, but it is what it is. Until next time, y'all,